and very welcome to my channel. My name is Elin and I talk about books and book related stuff. And today I really want to talk about my reading journal. If you have followed me for a while, you will know that I started to make a reading journal back in 2018. And I have tried. It started out quite well. I was pretty good at writing down the books that I read, and so this is my writing journal. It's a Ravenclaw notebook that my partner gave to me, and so it started really nicely with me making my lesedagbok, as it's called in Norwegian, reading journal. And I said 2018. Well, I started it at the end of 2018 because I wrote down my goals, but the book itself, or like the journaling, started in 2019 in January. So I started with like writing down my goals for 2019, and then I did like illustrating the months and wrote down the books and a little summary down on the bottom of the month, and it didn't go too badly for a while. And you have March, April, and then I tried to kind of, and then you have December. But I must admit that I had to go look it up on my Goodreads app and write it down later on. So, but that was December, and so that was like, and I did like a summing up 2019, and then it was 2020, and I started writing down my 2020 reading goals, and I started to do like a monthly thing. And then I wrote here in Norwegian: siden jeg så dårlig på å oppdatere på papir, har jeg bestemt meg for at målene skal få egne bokser til å fylles ut, og gjøre det litt enklere. In English that would be: since I am so bad at updating on paper, I have decided to write down the goals and give them boxes to tick off. This is to make it a little bit more simple. So I did like the books read and then ticked off for all the books, and with like if it was like extra, I did like a little thing, but this is not updated at all. And it's like all the goals, and I did like books read in Norwegian, and with like a book, and with like the ticking off, and yeah, an extra, and they're not. So I continued doing it that way, but that kind of didn't work, to be honest, and then it's blank. So I'm not quite sure how to continue with this reading journal, whether I should do something completely different, or maybe kind of just make it to tick off and then just tick off, and then when I'm done, I'm not done, and I'm not going to do any more extra stuff. I'm not sure what to do. Are you keeping a reading journal on paper? If you're doing that, I would love to hear how you're sorting it out. How are you doing? How are you organizing your journal? Are you writing down the titles? Are you writing reviews? Are you doing something completely different? I'm super intrigued and super interested in knowing how you're doing it, because I don't know how this is going to work for me at all. Obviously it's not really working at the moment, so I would love to hear your thoughts. And that's actually that's it for today, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye! Sing a sleighing song.